The energy was unmatched at ATD 2024 as thousands of professionals from all over the world came to learn from one another and take new skills to their roles in talent and development. It wasn't Mardi Gras, but that didn't stop the party at the Convention Center in New Orleans. ATD 2024, it's your first time here.
It is absolutely my first time. It is amazing, the networking, the ability to see yourself through these other people. I love the fact that it's international. I've been able to speak with different people from different cultures, different backgrounds.
It's massive. There's just a ton to look at and do.
It's just such a wonderful combination of networking and learning. I don't know where else you can really get both together at one time. It's very inspiring.
The information that we retain, I take it back and I apply it in everyday life, not just only in the workforce, but I apply it in my life.
We did it this year. We've been doing them for years together.
And it was wonderful to share with someone that you work with every day.
It is. We're excited to come to these things.
Keynote speakers included Academy Award-winning actor Matthew McConaughey.
I put it in drive. All right, all right, all right. Look, when I'm fearful or don't have as much courage as I'd like to have, which I think that was a word that was brought up earlier today, I remind myself, hey, McConaughey, you gonna die someday, buddy. What's the big deal?
Any major takeaway, anything that you're going to come back to the office and kind of keep in mind?
Yeah, I think giving people credence and authority is really good. Like just as he just finished, being able to have someone own an idea and be able to run with it is empowering.
#1 New York Times best-selling author Daniel Pink.
What's next in this crazy, whacked-out world that we're in?
I truly think it would be transformative for American productivity and even American happiness if every afternoon people took a 15-minute walk break outside with someone they liked, leaving their phone behind.
Now, sometimes I do feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, but then I'm like, no, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go outside, and sometimes I don't do anything because I work at home. I just stare like I'm on the front porch, or I talk to my dogs or something like that.
And tennis superstar Venus Williams.
The interesting and amazing part about belief is belief knows no age, it knows no color, it knows nothing. None of those factors factor into believing in yourself.
I took away to freely write what you're feeling. Sometimes you can have a lot of stuff bottled up in your head, but you don't really know how you're feeling unless you write it out. So that's something that I took away. Something that I actually do all the time. So I'm like, yes, Venus said it, awesome, I'm on the right track too.
Authors signed books and shared ideas, often with a line of people waiting for some one-on-one time.
We need to evolve learning and development beyond what we would refer to as traditional practices. So what we think about as course-based learning or classroom-based learning. And it's less about learning and development making the shift, and it's more about how do we influence others within our organizations to expand their mindset in terms of what learning at work can be.
Trust and Inspire author Stephen Covey encourages leaders to engage differently with their teams to create trust and retain talent.
People will not only perform better, the data shows that, a lot better when they feel inspired, but they'll also be happier. And they'll have greater energy, greater joy, greater well-being.
Among lessons learned in 2024, the advancements of artificial intelligence in the workplace.
I do see it coming in to aid and take some work off of leaders' plates, right? Freeing them up for time for more creativity, creating new product lines and new service lines to generate revenue, just from a sales perspective. But I also see it working out in other aspects of your workforce, right? HR, operations, data and analytics.
Preparing to pitch C-suite executives using data and capturing their perspective ahead of time.
They have this big picture. Have you adjusted your lens so it's not solely focused on the L&D work that your team has done, your L&D solution being accepted? Have you taken time to say, this idea, how does it address what keeps them up at night? How does it address their pain points? How does it address their big picture?
How to think differently about training your team.
When I look at video, it has got an enormous potential to help us move the needle of performance.
and help organizations perform at a higher level, people being more confident and loving their jobs. It means organizations doing better work. That helps society.
And facing imposter syndrome head on.
All of us experience imposter syndrome, and most of us have a monster that talks to us and gives us all of that negative self-talk and self-doubt. And what the best thing you could do is recognize that you're not alone, talk to somebody else about it, and that way you can actually tame your monster.
I am here with actually about 7 other people from our organization, and since this was my first time, I wanted to see and bring in and get all the knowledge that I can to be able to take back to our organization.
The main takeaway is a lot of the stuff we're learning here seems so obvious, but we overlook it every day. So it's such a great reminder to just remember the little things and to slow down a little bit.
Really, our mission is evolution. We try to help individuals evolve, we try to help organizations evolve through learning. And so I love being surrounded by my other colleagues that are doing that same thing.
The learning never stops with a year-round membership to ATD. New trends and strategies are revealed through the perks of this talent development community.
ATD membership is great for anybody who is in the talent development profession and looking for resources that are related to their career development. So we have all kinds of things from tools and templates, TD at Work guides, TD Magazine articles, or issues of TD Magazine that we mail out every month. We have a micro course library for our Plus members, a whole bunch of resources that they can access at their fingertips.
Networking with professionals from across the world offers a chance for everyone to grow and learn from each other.
One of the ladies at my table is from Malaysia, so that was pretty exciting. The other one's from Memphis, and then the third from Baton Rouge. So meeting new people and making new connections. We all are, linked in now.
So what brings you all the way to ATD this year?
We would like to know where we are as a training organization and what's going new, what are trends, what other people are doing. It helps us also to build a new strategy for our organization.
It's our second time here and we know what could we expect, and we decided to go again.
If I have only one chance to join an event or summit of the industry, that must be ATD, right? So I really want to be here every year to really connect.
It wasn't all business at ATD. Some cuddly guests arrived to greet the crowds. Everyone can use a little puppy love. There were sweet treats and authentic flavors offered at the Expo. For a break from the sessions, some enjoyed a game of pickleball or painting with a friend.
What's the benefit of being here in person?
For us, we have a real hands-on experience, and you are able to really demonstrate and show those experiences in a place where people are interested in learning about them.
This has been an opportunity for me to network and meet so many people from across the globe. As an international myself, I was able to connect with other learners and structural designers who have shared their approaches, especially in a time where there is innovation around AI and new approaches for learning.
I've got so many ideas that I can apply right away, and just having those little 2-minute conversations with people that I may not interact with normally. So I think that was my favorite part.
I have things I have to go home and follow up on and really dig into, but I got exposed to things I wasn't aware were out there.
I love the to-don't list. I realize that I try to set some things aside, but to actually physically write it down, I think that's really powerful, and I think that's the first thing that I'm going to actually implement this week.
Learning how I can solve myself in order to make my organization better is what I get to take home from this.
Another year of jam-packed sessions, networking, and star speakers as ATD is looking ahead to the 2025 conference in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
See you in D.C.
See you in D.C. 2025.
See you in Washington, D.C. in 2025.